And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this stream live impressions, whatever you want to call it. It's a new AA open world game called Outcast A New Beginning. And if you follow this channel, you know I love AA games. Sometimes they're not the best. Sometimes they're fantastic. The majority of the time, they're split right down the middle, and they have some really good parts, some not so good parts. And I just like exploring that on the channel because not only do I think AA games are sort of the way forward for a more sustainable industry with games that don't have 300 million euro budgets, but also give you really high quality experiences. I'm just so ingrained in games that I play every single game from the lowest, like the bottom of the barrel indies. I know that's a negative term, but like all the way from indies all the way up to the blockbusters and everything in between. And I think it makes you a better reviewer if you play all sorts of games because you just have a better reference point to draw from. So I have played this game for, I believe, about 3 or 4 hours. How's it going, Alex? Welcome. So I've played this game for about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5, I don't know. And it's an open world action game. So for anybody that doesn't know, the original Outcast, just let me pull this up here just so we get my dates right. Outcast release date. So the original Outcast was like a cult classic PC game from like 1999. And then in 2017 it got a remake. And from what I know of the original, it was like kind of groundbreaking in the fact that it was really open. And the remake kind of, I watched a couple of reviews of the remake. People enjoyed it, but there was a couple of parts of the game that were pretty iffy. And now Outcast A New Beginning is here, and it is an open world game as open world games go. As you can see, here's a map. There's all these things to clear out, different challenges to do. You have sort of different stuff to upgrade and weapons to upgrade and gear to find. And so it is a very typical open world game. And if I was to draw any comparison sort of how the story is, I would say it's kind of similar enough to Avatar, and this was out before, the original was out before Avatar, so maybe the original had a story similar to this, where you are a human that is on an alien planet, and basically the humans are doing something bad, and you're a part of the humans, but you're trying to help out these people. They're called the Talons. And as you go around the world, you like pick up new words. So when you're speaking to the NPCs, they say words. I'll give you an example. So here's like the village chief. So see, his name was Hadso. So then if I hold R2, it brings up what he is, and then like as you talk to him, eventually, well, yeah, look. So Talons, they're the inhabitants of the land. Reversion is death. Yod is just a different term for gods, I guess. And yeah. So far, the story is like, a story. I think that's all I'd say. It runs relatively okay with some hitches. It also has a bit of a weird screen tearing effect that I'm not sure if you can see. I'm trying to... Can you see it down the bottom of the screen there? I don't know how well it pops up on screen, but it pops up very noticeable as you're playing. It drops frames. It's crashed once. But other than that, I've had no bugs apart from like a couple of enemies glitching through the floor. And yeah, that's Outcast, and the actual loop of it is you're going around, you're clearing off stuff, you're doing quests. But one really cool thing about the quest system, and I want to show this off, is that here all these villages have their own quest line. So there's loads of villages. I haven't even discovered all the map because I didn't want to play too much, because I think it would be way too spoilery if I was ages into the game and started streaming. But here are all the quests, and each town has their main quest. So like, here's X marked the spot. So at first I found this system quite kind of confusing, but then eventually it kind of clicked with me, and I'm like, oh, this is actually really cool. So there's that X marks the spot. So that has one quest there. The artifact turned out to be an egg. Okay, cool, fair enough. And then where's the next quest? So then you get into these sort of quest trees where the whole thing is you need to hatch the egg. But in order to hatch the egg, you have to go around and talk and figure out what's going on. So, like, at first it was like, I need to get ingredients, Z-Dog sap. And then I talked to some guy. How's it going, Cristiano? And I talked to some guy, and he was like, oh, look, if you weaken these enemies and then kill them with melee, they drop the sap. Then it was like, You also have to get this resource, Kovar. So this is in this area of the map and only this area of the map. So go there. And I gathered the ingredients. And then once you gather them, you bring them back to the hub. And then it starts to incubate. And you also have to talk to like the weaver who like makes all the fabrics. And he's making blankets to heat the egg up so you can hatch it. And while this is all going on, once you put in like the incubation, it's incubating for a period of time. So then it's like, all right, you just go off and explore the rest of the world. And then it'll incubate. And then it was like, oh, these Twanhas, which are like the mounts of the world, they're like, okay, well, now with these Twanhas, you need to get them. But they're only in this part of the map. Go to this part of the map and take them home. And it just kind of leads you to all the different places, unlocks more quests. And now I hatched the egg and some big massive creature spawned out of it. But I think just to start, we won't do any quests for now. I think just to start, I'll show off some of the sort of open, just the open world gameplay. I'll fast travel to here. When you fast travel, you go into this other thing. I don't understand why. The map and the menus are nice and snappy, which I really enjoy. I think I need to change my lights. My lights are a bit all over the place here. Just let me sort this out. No, I think the lights are pretty okay. No, they're yeah, okay, wait. I'll get this balanced. And then the auto white balance should kick in. No. Okay, maybe if I drop that down. Drop that down. And then do this. Turn this light on. That will hopefully sort of, I know this sort of makes the camera a bit weird, but I just want to get rid of that very almost, yeah, like you can see it there, very washed out. There we go. Yeah, that'll do the job anyway for now. Yeah, you do all this for an omelette, Cristiano. That's exactly right. So here's another town. And as you can see, this game is actually quite good looking. The graphics are nice. Character models a bit iffy. Face cam and all that, or facial animations are a bit ropey, but you know, it's a AA game. These are things we expect. So let's just go do some open world quests. So you have like outposts you have to clear, you have monster nest, you have these sort of platforming challenges. And I think the thing that this game, I need to take a sip of water because how's it going, folk? Everything's going good here. I think the thing that this game gets really good is the traversal. It's just smooth and feels fun. Platforming is a bit of a different question, but I'll get into that later. So I just want to show off how you traverse. So first of all, this is an open world game. So of course, let me get up here. You can glide, okay? Typical stuff. You can just glide. And then you can dodge and jump. But then also, you can do this. You can glide like this. And this is where like exploring actually is really, it's just really fluid. And this sort of gliding thing actually feels really good. I was expecting to be like, oh no, I'm gonna get stuck in a rock or something. There's no, it just kind of seems to work. So yeah, let's do some open world stuff. What's my favorite game of the year so far? I think it's Rebirth. Oh, or Helldivers. Because Rebirth has problems. I won't get into it because I mean, just for people who don't want to talk about Rebirth. But I think it's probably Rebirth or Helldivers. Pacific Drive is probably up there as well. Trying to just think what other games I've played. What other games have I played? And you thought, I thought the secret game you were hinting at was Battlefront. No, I was going to get Battlefront, but then I just realized, like, I enjoy Battlefront. I grew up playing Battlefront specifically on the PSP. So I had a great time playing it. But the thing about Battlefront is, it probably feels quite old now, and it would be fun for like a couple of hours, and then I just give up. Because that's what I did when I realized the game was on PC. I bought the PC ports, played it for like 2 hours. I was like, oh yeah, I have really good memories of this game. And then just left it at that. And then when I woke up this morning and saw all of the reviews, or I'm not even sure if you call them reviews, but you know, the fact that there was like 10k people concurrent on Steam, and then they also only put up 3 64-player servers, I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I've no interest in it now, I don't think. Especially because like there's just so many games coming out. Like, fucking Dragon's Dogma, Alone in the Dark, Rise of the Ronin, like all these games, so I think it's best to just save a bit of money. Alex, what's your favourite game of the year so far? Yeah, George, the screen tearing is pretty bad. That is one thing I don't know if you've been here at the start, but I highlighted at the start, and it's very noticeable. It's extra noticeable in cutscenes. They did just release a patch. I'll actually go into the options menu because there's a performance. There's a performance and a fidelity mode, but I don't really think that changes anything in terms of screen tearing.
I'm not sure what this is, but it looks useful.
Wait, Red Dead Redemption 2 runs on the Steam Deck? There's absolutely no way. Surely not. Graphics. I wonder if I turn on motion blur. Let's change it to quality as well. Does that do anything? Maybe it does. I can't actually tell if there is screen tearing because it's now 30 FPS. Maybe that's just the way to do it. Maybe that was specific to 60 FPS mode. That's very surprising. That it runs on Steam Deck. Yeah, let's go back to performance. Is that a performance? Yeah, okay. Okay, now I'm actually struggling to see if they're screen tearing, which I mean is good. Obviously, I'm looking out for it, but no, the screen tearing is still there. Okay, I'm going to change it to quality mode then and see if that fixes it. Yeah, no, I think the characters like walk animation, like all the sort of movement animations are actually really good. When it gets a bit iffy with the facial animations, I'll show that later when I actually get into like talking to an NPC. But here, let's do some flying. So I think one thing that I really like. Oh wait, my favorite game of the year so far is Reload. Played it, lol. Or I've played all I've played. I will be getting a lot of new releases though. Yeah. Oh yeah, did you platinum Reload? That's a serious undertaking. I don't know how anybody could platinum a JRPG now. In all honesty, I think people who could platinum JRPGs are they're a special breed of people. Okay, and eventually you run into these sort of robot creatures as well. Now the combat isn't particularly difficult. I don't really think it needs to be particularly difficult. I just feel like to me this is a checklist open world game, and for a checklist open world game, I don't like criticizing a checklist open world game for being a checklist open world game, because I realize that I'm only into checklist open world games at certain points of the year where it just feels like I'm kind of, oh yeah, I want a checklist open world game. So whenever I do review, even though this isn't a review, review checklist open world games, I always say checklist open world games. Or if you want the checklist open world game, then this is a good one. Or if you want the checklist open world game, this is a bad one. And so far, this is a good one. I wouldn't say a great one, but definitely a good one. It's also, I think it's like launching at €50, which I think is a good price. I'll have to double check that though. This game looks like Anthem. Yes, it does. Yeah, I can see the Anthem. I can see the Anthem comparison there. Yeah, that's the thing with JRPGs is like they're never particularly hard to platinum, because even like if you power level to level 999 or 99, and then just you can pretty much kill every enemy. Maybe like the final super secret boss might be difficult, but yeah. Yes, this is on PS5, Fo. It's on everything. I'm pretty well, everything bar Switch. But yeah, the thing is, so like I'm reviewing another game right now.
Gotta collect them all.
And I started this game before that, and when I was reviewing the other game, I was playing the other game, even though I really liked that game, I still wanted to go back and play this game. I really thought just like it being a typical open world game, I was like, I think I might play this for like 5 hours and then just give up. But there's something that just I want to come back to it. It's like there's a charm to it, and I think that's a AA charm that you either like or don't like. And for me, I like the AA charm. I think it's pretty cool. And like any open world game, well, you have a jetpack here, but you can always figure a way out how to just scale them out. But has anybody played Unicorn Overlord? Because that is a game that is on my radar. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I got to clear up the Gork. So, one thing I will say about this game is that its story is, you know, it's passable. It does the job. It's like, yeah, you wake up, you don't know where you are, you're on an alien planet. Okay, cool. And then you're like piecing together the bits. But how it kind of pieces together everything is like, oh, you know, we're the flea blorp, and you know, we're these people that like to make the gloop glop, and they're just like throwing a load of proper nouns at you, and it could get quite overwhelming. What was that God of War type game that was AA? Banishers Ghosts of New Eden. That game is like straddling the line of AA to AAA. It's the quality of it is, yeah. I think, like, again, like, it has problems, but I think it's a, like, really good game. I think it's a game that, like, is worth it, full stop, without any caveats. And Alex, yeah, I really want to play Unicorn Overlord. Might review it soon. Yeah, I'm kind of at a stage where I've played so many big RPGs in the past while that I'm like, oh, I want to play Unicorn Overlord, but I'm afraid I'll start it and then just get, like, fatigued by open world games and then just give up. And I don't want that to happen. My eyes are hurting me because I've stared at screens for so long today. Oh, I actually just that's like the end of the platforming challenge. So there's these platforming challenges that give you this resource that I will show now. I thought it was... And the platforming isn't the best. Like, flying around is grand. But when you have to do precise movements, it kind of gets a bit weird. So, like, here. Well, now I have 3 jumps. At one point, see, at one point I only had 1. Or 2, I think. And then these reset your jetpack thingamajig. Oh, sup, used to be sleep, lol. Glad to catch your streams. Just run that 60 FPS. So it has a performance mode, sleep, or high point reviews. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't pick it up. It does run at 60 FPS, and it holds a relatively consistent 60 FPS, but it has this weird screen tearing issue on performance mode, and I don't know what's causing it, so, and it's kind of annoying. Unrelated, but are you planning on streaming Elden Ring tomorrow? Potentially. I'm not sure. I think tomorrow's stream will be a short one, because I've just been very I've been very busy. Like I was very busy making videos today, so I think I'll do a short stream tomorrow and then start up again next week with the streams. And see, it all depends. I haven't asked Jake. Now Jake is usually available, but it all depends on if Jake is available. Like he's never turned it down, but there's always a chance. Like, I mean, he could be off doing something else. But I probably will be streaming. I probably will start a single player Elden Ring as well, because I want to do like an Elden Ring review before the DLC comes out, because I never actually reviewed that game properly on the channel. Patty's Day. St. Patty's Day. Phone, you call yourself Irish, man? Wait, Sleep, are you making reviews yourself now? And, Jarish, what was that like Celeste in reference to? Sometimes I forget what I said. Yep, that's one way to get... One way to get banned is by saying Final Fantasy 16 is a good game. And that new guy that joined the I haven't responded to the messages because I've been so busy today, but that new guy that joined the what you call it, who joined the Discord, he is another Irish person that also thinks Final Fantasy 16 is great. So I wonder, Alex, do you know him personally?
They're locked onto me.
I think Alex is indoctrinating a lot of Irish people into saying Final Fantasy 16 is amazing. Yes, exactly, yes. Thank you, Josh. That's exactly what it's like. Celeste is a game I never beat. I like 2D platformers, but I'm more of a 3D platformer, man. I actually have a code in my inbox for a game that I might stream. I said I had this cool idea for a stream or a video where it's called I guarantee you will like one of these games, and I play like a load of games and show off, and then like the whole challenge is like, did you enjoy at least one of them? And that's a game. It's like a Mario Odyssey 2D platformer, and it looks really cool. Not gaming ones, leave that to professionals. Yes, professional. Professional in air quotes. Okay, so let's see. Can I upgrade? The game is kind of stingy with upgrades, I'll tell you that. Takes quite a while. Yeah, I'll get you the name of it, Jersh, just in case you are interested. Like, it's out now. I think it came out earlier on this month. I have a code for it here somewhere. Just give me 2 seconds. Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's called Promenade. I think it's only out on Steam. But they sent me a code, and I'll definitely give it a go. It came out last month. Yeah, I grew up with, like, I had friends that played games, but they didn't play games the way I played games. And then in college I met David. Well, even though we went to the same school, we just didn't really talk to each other, which is strange because we're like kindred spirits, as you'd call it. Yes, definitely. That's one thing. That's wait, Fall Star Wars Battlefront's so good on Steam Deck. Yeah, I'd say it is great on the Steam Deck. This game seems really chill. Yes, it definitely is chill. And that's one thing if I were to review this, which I don't think I will, I was going to talk about, and I will admit, this is a point, I don't know if ACG talked about it in his review of this game, I haven't watched it, but ACG brings up this sort of point of Zen games, where some games just have that quality of it just being so chill and relaxing. And I think, and this game definitely has it. It's just like, you know, like sometimes games don't have to be all 100% all time consuming and all this crap. And this game is, I think, I don't know if it's intentionally funny or unintentionally funny, but it's very entertaining. Some of the dialogue is absolutely hilarious because of how they deliver the dialogue and the voice acting. I'll see if I can get a couple of examples of it. Okay. Now, these things I haven't figured out what to do. They're called essence shrines. And it just says, find the altars and catch the essence to open the shrine. Oh, wait, that was that? Oh, no. But where are the altars? This Promenade game looks cool. Yeah, it does. Journey, the game that was originally on PlayStation, was one of... Yeah, I never played Journey. And I have a feeling if I played Journey, I'd bawl like a baby. I did play Abzu, though. Abzu was very good. How tight are the controls? Let me show this out, Sleep. So, as I said, the platforming feels a bit ropey, but the traversal in the open world, like doing this dodge, jump thing, it kind of looks a bit janky. It definitely does, like this, like just kind of that. But how you properly traverse the world is this. So you have this jetpack, and this feels really good. This has the potential of not feeling good, but for whatever reason it does. It's like I was always expecting, like, oh, I'll get stuck in something, but you just don't. And then you also get a boost. So moving around the world is just really, like, easy and fun. This looks like Sunset Overdrive developers trained the people that worked on Anthem. Yes, kind of. Kind of. The Surge 2 is a game I never played, so I can't comment on that. I played the Surge 1, but I never played the Surge 2. Is there anybody, speaking of sort of Souls-like kind of games, is anybody interested in Rise of the Ronin? Haven't really heard. I know there was previews out, but I haven't, like, I didn't listen to any of them. Okay, let's go. Let me see, can I actually do this? Complete the Shrine's parkour in time to access its essence. Okay. I will say this does have a very Star Wars quality. I don't know if you can really hear the music, but the music kind of feels very Star Warsy. And this guy is also sort of like, you know, the suave, sort of wisecracker, you know, that kind of a person. Okay, alright, so I finally figured out how to do one of these things. You were kind of hoping I would review Rise of the Ronin. Well, it's a possibility. It's just that, I don't know, the game, like, it looks fun. Like, it does. It looks like a good game, but it really doesn't look like a game that I'll be like, oh yes, this is absolutely fantastic, you know? Plus, I also think it's a game that, oh, actually, before I do that, while we were talking about controls, controlling underwater, absolutely flawless. Which is just a weird thing to say. To be honest, this game reminds me a lot of something like Jack 3. That sort of old-style PS2 open-world kind of game. Yeah, see, I think Rise of the Ronin does look like one of them generic open-world games, but it looks like a good generic open-world game. I don't know. I think that sounds more negative than I intended to. Because I was about to say that, like, I think at first glance, Ghost of Tsushima looks like a generic open world game, and then you play it, and you're like, yes, it is an open world game. Yes, you're clearing off the map and doing all this, but it does it ridiculously well. So yeah, this is why these AA games are really fun, because it's like, this isn't a game that I'm like, you have to go out and buy. But if it's a game, like, if you think it looks like something you would want to play right now, it's cheap. And so far, it runs well with no serious bugs. And there's a couple of parts of, like, the narrative that are kind of interesting. Or more the world building that's more interesting. Yeah, I got that, Jars. Yes, the underwater is actually, like, really good. Let me just double check for you, High Point. I'll see, does it say it in the email? I believe it's €50, but that might only be the retail price in Smith's over here. Let me see. I'll check the email, see does it say anything. Oh, Jesus, they're selling a 200 quid version online. Outcast. I think it's €50. Or is it 60? Oh, no. Alright, so it's $70. Or $60 right now if you pre-order it before the 15th because of PS Plus. That's expensive. That is expensive. And yeah, to be honest, like, I haven't even seen anything of Rise of the Ronin. Am I right in saying Rise of the Ronin is a fully online co-op game? Because if it is, I think that could be something that kind of sways me. Okay, I don't have enough abilities for this. Yeah, see, and that's the thing with these AA games, is a lot of them, you know, if I'm putting on my reviewer cap, a lot of them drop in price very quickly at retail. And yeah, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I never played Mankind Divided. I played a lot of Human Revolution, and Human Revolution, oh baby, what a game. Deus Ex Human Revolution is ridiculously good. I honestly can't believe how good it is. ASMR there for you. Wait, what? What's this? What is this? Yeah, cool. Had to make sure that wasn't anything important. Back to the game. See, it says I don't have. Why is that saying that? Oh, well, actually, I'll unlock this. These are the fast travel points. Like, if I'm going off pre-release, like, trailers and all that, if I am to buy a game on the 22nd of March, it's going to be Dragon's Dogma 2. I think the game just looks fantastic. So, well, it looks interesting enough that I'm hoping that it fixes my problems with Dragon's Dogma 1. And that'll be how I will tackle the review.
Flock of killer birds, just what I need.
Oh no. Just as I was saying how you never get stuck on anything. That's one thing I wish was a bit better. The way you speed up. I've also sort of like really got accustomed to playing games at 30 FPS. And it was literally because of Rebirth. And it's crazy how something like that could just change your mind so quickly. Because the performance mode on Rebirth is absolutely disgusting looking. Literally looks like a smudge. Okay, now how does one get up here? Now let's cheese our way up here. No, okay. There's also no fall damage as well. Oh, there's the way up. We don't do that way though. We made it. I Aspyr have to be one of the most inconsistent developers ever. They just make such weird choices in their ports. I have to go around that. Like, I don't understand it, because I played Republic Commando. Was that the name of it? The squad shooter? That game, that port was really good. I played KOTOR 1 and 2. Them ports were great until KOTOR 2 had a game-breaking bug in it. And then they were like on the KOTOR, the actual like straight-up KOTOR remake, proper remake. Then they got taken off it. And then apparently the Tomb Raider port is like really good in some aspects, but really bad in others. And then the fucking Battlefront port is absolutely atrocious. So it's like I don't understand them. But like apparently there's, like, I was talking to my friend David, he bought them, and he was saying like there's already been like a couple of hot fixes that have made massive differences. And it just makes no sense. Yeah, where are Aspyr from? I know I always should, because that's how you know how cheap a place will be. They're in Austin, Texas. Yeah, Aspyr seem to be them, like oh yeah, if you want a port of all games, especially Star Wars games, because they've worked very closely with the Star Wars license. I think they've done like every single Star Wars port. And they generally do like a good job on most of them, and then other ones they just fuck up. And I wonder if it's just like a thing with maybe the way that certain games were made or something.
It looks useful.
But yeah, these sort of open world games are great stream games. So don't take up too much of your brain. Hard to stream Elden Ring, you know, and be good at it. Or any game for that fact.
Another glowing flower.
Okay, let's put my platforming to the test. And these will just get you can upgrade how many like jumps you have and stuff, so these will just get easier. Also, I don't think these are timed either. And then the red ones
I think I'm going the wrong way.
get rid of a charge.
Guess I should hit that plant.
Why isn't that flower letting me jump? Oh! Jedi Survivor is like one of them games that I got burned by. That was an absolute disaster of a launch. And it was one of them games that, like, the people that reviewed it before launch didn't have many problems with it because the day one patch broke the game massively. And I'm not sure if that's ever happened to a game I've reviewed. I'm trying to think. I think there was one or two where like they ran fine for me and then everyone got their hands on them post-launch and it was like, yeah, the day one patch ruined the game. I'll show off the upgrading now. But you can have multiple weapons, so I have like a pistol and an assault rifle. These are the only two weapons I've found. And then you get like special abilities here. The gun system kind of reminds me a bit of like Control, if anyone's ever played that. So look, I'll show you the gun. So here's your... first you have these abilities that this one like slows down time around you, and this one summons like a swarm, but I don't know how to use it. But like here's your guns. So my main weapon that I use is this assault rifle, and I have 3 of these things unlocked, and to unlock more you have to pay like resources. And then you can also upgrade your modules. So they can do things like headshot bonus, improve the weapon's cooling system. It can turn it into a machine gun. Heal. Oh god. Projectiles give back health. I didn't know I had that one. Now what one am I getting rid of? I think that one. That one isn't much use.
And oh so harmful.
Okay, I'll go to this big base. These are like the big bases that you have to clear out. So we'll make our way over there. The world is also not overly large, as you can see, which is great. I wasn't too keen on Jedi Survivor. Remember people praising Payday 3 before launch because of the servers just lack of content. Yeah, no, I played Payday 3 for like 2 hours, and I was like, how did they go from Payday 1 to this? Or Payday 2 to this? Oh god. It just makes no sense that you can make one of like the longest lasting and one of the highest regarded like multiplayer games like on the PC, and then make that. It's almost like how they went from the end of Destiny 1 to the start of Destiny 2, because Destiny 1 was really good by the end, and then they launched Destiny 2 and they just fucked it up big time. Oh, there's a new enemy. Oh no, I don't think he is.
If you are talking about the thirst for knowledge, Procreana used to be the place, while Palana is more about drinking the spiritual words of our master of ceremonies, no matter how bitter they
Now, what am I getting here?
Okay, well, I don't know what the odds did to me, but I don't feel the need to put anything into me, so nothing comes out of me, which is
One piece of world building I really liked in this game is that you go to one of the towns and the whole town is built around creating an alcoholic beverage, and they're like the only town that created. So it's almost like having a town surrounded around Guinness or something. Oh, there's a tree that isn't in. Okay. And like the leaders of all the other towns are like these real astute, like really stern men. And then the leader of this town is like a drunk, and he was like, "Yes, my duties begin in the afternoon because that's when I wake up because everyone's pissed drunk every night." And then there was one line, I forget what he said, but it genuinely made me laugh. That one of the characters said. So the game does, well, in the 60 FPS mode, I haven't actually seen any frame drops here. But the game does, like, in cases like that where there was a lot going on, the game will drop frames in 60 FPS mode. You also have a shield, but I rarely use it. It's not really that useful. No, I think maybe like five hours, if even. Like I might be 5 hours in now that I've I've played like nearly an hour on stream, because I didn't want to play too much because, well, I'm sure the publishers and PR people won't be very happy about streaming like 2 hours of a game when you're like 10 hours into it, because you're showing off loads of it. I was also busy. I've been editing all day today, so I'm very, very tired.
This may be useful.
Okay, let's go. Oh, there's one of those big boy shrines. But unlock the that fast travel point's like all the way over there, isn't it? Yes, sure, MV7. Yes, that's the mic. Because when I started working from Game Explain and I got a bit of money, I was still using my blue snowball. Like, you can get away with a blue snowball if you just edit it right and all that. Like, it's still a fairly decent mic. But when I got a bit of money from Game Explain and all that, I was like, yeah, it's time to upgrade. And this is the mic I got. I was going to get the SM7B or something, the mic that everyone has, but I think this mic is like half the price or like €150 cheaper or something. So I just went with this and it does the job. Well, it more than does the job, but... Like, I think this game reminds me so much of Star Wars in its music and all that. Like, if you put a Boba or Jango Fett skin over this, I'd be like, yeah, this is a PS2 Boba Fett game. Which there was one. I don't know, was it Jango? What's the Bounty Hunter game on PS2? I love that game. Oh, I'm fucking miles off being able to level up or upgrade anything. Okay, let's go do one of these big boys. No, I don't want fast travel. To be honest, I always mix up Boba and Jango Fett. I'm not that big into Star Wars. I should really know them because I have watched all the movies multiple times and played like pretty much every single Star Wars game going. But I still always mix them up.
Here they come.
Okay, here's this ability that slows people down. I didn't mean to dive off like that. I do this little... See, Fo, I actually don't know anything about audio. I do this little, like, thing. I sent it to Alex. It was just, like, a tutorial that I found, like, when I started doing YouTube, and it just worked. So I just do that. It's like in Audacity, you like basically you record 5 or 10 seconds of dead audio, not speaking. You use that to like reduce to do a noise reduction, and then you put like a compressor, you boost the bass and treble, you put a limiter on it, and then you normalize it to -1 decibels, and then that's it. Again, I don't know what it does, but I mean, it kind of works. I could put stuff in OBS, and I think I should. I can add filters. Like, this mic, like, Shure have their own, what you call it? Shure do have their own software, so it already, like, you can choose what, like, noise profile you want. If you want, like, warm or dark, or if you want, if you're close to your mic or far away from your mic. So I'm sure that adds stuff onto the mic already.
Taking this.
I didn't realize I was recording.
Talk about a stink. Yeesh.
Yeah, I really should just add them, because then it just means I don't need to edit it afterwards. But like in most, like I only do that sort of editing, that audio editing on my, if I'm doing like a pre-recorded scripted thing. But like if I'm recording with my camera, I just basically normalize it and do a bit of background noise reduction, because this room is relatively big, so there is like a bit of an echo in it. But because this mic is a fairly decent mic, like I think if I was using the Blue Snowball now, the echo will be really bad. Like you can definitely hear an echo in here, but it's not that noticeable.
I'm not sure what this is, but it looks useful.
Oh, this is a big boy base. So since this is an open world game, we do have to go to a big base and clear out enemies. Have I been to that snowy area yet? No, I haven't.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Any big B/enemies? Yes, there was one giant worm boss that I fought. I've fought 2 bosses so far. One of them was like a base boss that was basically like this massive drilling laser thing. And then the other was this massive worm guy that they weren't particularly difficult, but I mean they kind of took me, well, the big worm guy took me by surprise, because that was just like in the middle of a random quest. I don't even think it was like a main, no, it was a main quest, but it was just like all of a sudden this, you know, a big like Alaskan bullworm like jumps out of the ground and then starts trying to kill me. But the game isn't particularly difficult, so like the boss fight didn't actually end up really meaning anything. But I mean, I don't really care about that in most cases. I have to get at least one SpongeBob reference in every single day. And that's my SpongeBob reference for today. And here we got the battle droids from Star Wars. Oh god. I wish I had a bit of like burst damage, like my melee. Oh shit, I'm nearly dead. Doesn't really do much. Is anybody still, random question, but is anyone still playing the finals? I put like 60 or 70 hours into it, and Now, I was playing it with my friends, and they kind of fell off it. I wouldn't have fallen off it if they were still playing it, but you know, like when you're playing a multiplayer game with your friends, and then one falls off, and then eventually the other one falls off. But like, I'm still into it, so I'd still play it. But season 2 was out soon. I think actually today or tomorrow. And in these places, you have to find the terminals to open the doors. Like, I'd say the combat is definitely the weakest aspect of this game so far. It's kind of... Oh, there's a big frame drop. That was the first time that's happened. But, like... Yeah, it's, like, completely serviceable. It's also, like, there's a lot of lock-on. I'm sure I could probably change that, but... Yeah, the new Season 2 editions look really cool. They added in this new ability for the medium, where he can, like, almost, like, hack a wall so that he can see through it. But, like, only a specific wall, like a little radius that you can see through. So it's almost like you broke a hole in the wall. Okay, I'm all out of healing items, which is no bueno. What's even shooting me? Oh, him. My bullets ain't landed. There seems to be a fair bit of bloom on your shots as well, which I'm not a fan of. Because I think bloom is extremely frustrating. Unless I'm just, like, not aiming it right. But, like, it feels like I should be getting headshots on most of them. Like, I got 2 headshots on that last guy, but I was shooting, like, with the bottom of that circle on his head.
I don't miss.
Yeah, I almost have all the enemies dead. I keep pressing square to reload as well. I don't know why, because I haven't been playing any shooters recently. Okay, so that's the reactor. So we need to follow these wires here. Kind of wish there was like a hover when you're aiming midair. Okay, the last 2 are up here. Oh no. Oh god, that being able to heal while killing people is like seriously good. Let me just Oh wait, that wasn't... Oh! That wasn't dealing any damage to him. I had a feeling it wasn't because his health bar didn't show up. Oh, he's okay. Does this even do anything? Can't really tell. Oh, that's the thing that's giving him the shield. Alright. I was wondering. Thought that was just another enemy that was stuck in him. He's stuck. Okay, there's the reactor exposed. Yeah, no, there definitely is a bit of jank, but as sort of open worldy type games go, it's pretty solid. Definitely has like a fun loop, which I think is a fun loop, and it's also fun to walk, just like literally just explore the world, just moving around. Because there's nothing worse than when you're playing a game and it's like, oh, I have to go over here and it's really slow and whatnot. Okay. I think that should open this door now. Yes. Oh god, killing it. Oh, that looks very useful. Definitely an upgrade that I'm going to have to use. Okay, now, once you destroy the reactor, which is... How do I get into it? Down here. Oh. Push past him. Kill this guy first. Now, blow up this reactor, and then it unlocks the balls. I wonder if these are the same balls. I've only like liberated one of these sort of bases, so. Okay, now how do I get to the turret? Or the thingamajig? Oh wait, no, maybe that's it done, is it? Oh, maybe then. There's one. Wait, there's one module left. Yeah, it's very almost Avatar-y, I think. Why is it saying there's one more? Unless there... Though... Oh, yeah, that's the first thing I thought. Like, oh yeah, this is kind of like Avatar. And then, as I said earlier, I'm not sure if you can hear the music, but if you listen to the music, it's very Star Wars. Why is it... See, and I'm not sure if that's just like a glitch or something. I don't think that should say that there's one left. Yeah, I think I'll unlock this, and then I'll actually go do a quest. Show off some... Wait, is that... Oh no, it's just over here. Cool. Okay, let's go do a quest. So Lampe is ready to be shipped. So this is... Yes, I did that and I resupplied the brewery. Cool. Destroying drills. Undiscovered objective. Collect fragments. Okay. This system does get a bit, as I said at the start, this sort of quest system does take a bit to get used to. Talk to Dak. Okay, let's go talk to Dak. I saw a way, I think, to have horizontal vertical YouTube chats in OBS. They're separate. Yeah, see, I don't actually use OBS. I really should use OBS for my chat. I still just use, like, the YouTube Studio thing. So, like, I just have YouTube Studio open here, and that's how I see the chat. When is this game out? I believe it's out tomorrow, but just let me double check. Outcast A New Beginning release date. Yes, out tomorrow. Let's go to EMEA. Okay, where's Dak? That's who I need to speak to. Oh, yeah, I know about all that. You can have all the donations and stuff set up, but I really should set up the streams a bit more, like, officially, but I don't know. Well, I'm doing them more regularly now, so I probably will.
I didn't tell you about the Twan house.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up and show you some dialogue.
It's okay. I'm sorry that I don't have a trunk, but it might also be that trunks are overrated when the tongue of a Twanha can do the same job. I have a tongue. I could help.
Don't even think about it.
Okay.
The invaders' drones are buzzing around your girl like angry bees.
I feared this would happen. Each sting she endures will be a blow to her growth. Can you destroy those drone patrols and keep my daughter safe?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you have any clue how to raise a baby Galenta?
I don't need any. I feel it in my essence. A mother always knows what to do with her progeny.
Oh boy.
My baby needs time with her mother. She needs to eat and grow.
How about you go hush-hush on the whole mother-baby thing? I mean, is that even legal around here?
It's the will of the Yod, Zulukai. Do you want to be the father?
So you are an Ulukai, which is like the savior of the people.
They sometimes say two is one too many, and I have all that fighting to do. Wouldn't be home much to provide and all. Know what I mean?
It's okay, my friend. You did enough, and the Yods are grateful. It only takes one parent to make things right. I will be a good mother. Go be a good father to your own child, my friend.
Getting there. Hopefully. Your Galenta looks like she's getting bigger by the minute.
Not big enough. All this stress has made her sad. I can see it in her eyes.
Lucky her. Sadness makes me gain weight. But I can blame it all on a tub of ice cream.
This is
Like the writing is really cheesy, but there's something very amusing about it.
It's important we keep my daughter happy.
What do you want me to do? Rub her belly? Take her for a walk?
There's a creature they're talking about that was hatched from the egg, not a person.
Exactly. Can you walk her?
Doc, I was joking.
No, you are a genius. Taking her for a peaceful, relaxing stroll is just what she needs.
Doc, nothing's peaceful and relaxing outside of EMEA. She won't be safe.
Please, walk her.
Let's do this.
And that's how you get like the missions. You kind of have to like get it out of the get it out of the people. So here's Galenta. I'm taking her on a walk. And this is where the game kind of reminds me a bit of a PS2 era game, where some of the mission structure is very PS2. Like, oh, you need one of those Twan has those mounts. Lure it back to here, and we'll herd it. And then you have to like herd sheep, like you're playing Zelda or Jack and Daxter or something. Oh no! Oh, we can. Oh, cool. Okay, we're gonna get attacked here.
You're coming for me.
Don't worry, Galenda. I'll save you. And surprisingly, those sort of very PS2 era missions aren't that frustrating. There was one specific one where I had to basically coat myself in this weird crap from a bush and then lure like a queen bee back to a lab. And I was like, oh no, I have to do this 3 times.
Let's keep it moving.
But it really wasn't that frustrating, which is very surprising. Yeah, you can't get me. I was like, I'm pet. There we go. Need to get more healing materials or those blue flowers. Because I don't have any.
Okay, Galenta, let's go.
Let me back up. Yeah, the shooting is perfectly fine. I wouldn't say it's bad by any means. I wouldn't say it's good. I wouldn't. No, I would say it's good. I wouldn't go any further than that though. You can kind of see I'm kind of like fiddling with the aim because the snap-on is so strong that sometimes I like snap on and I want to pull away and then the camera like goes like this. That kind of feels a bit iffy, and I wonder if I could change that around on the settings a bit.
Galenta Walker. That's another one for my resume.
There we go. We walked Galenta. Oh, and she just disappeared. Let's talk to Dak again.
Doc.
Ulukai! She's growing up so fast!
Looks like the Galenta's getting bigger.
Huh. You haven't seen anything yet, my friend.
Look, Doc, some people are getting really heated about the size of your baby. It's eating a ton of Morags. All the Morags, actually.
A mother puts her baby's needs above the opinions of strangers.
Your baby doesn't need to eat the entire village's food supply. You need to have a better plan.
I need no plan, Ulukai. I have faith.
Liverpool are on, everybody.
She said everything will be all
And I
right.
completely forgot. They're on at
She will
8.
take care of us all. But she needs
Apparently
to
there's been a
build her
mad team
strength
put out, so
first.
let's see.
My Galenta is the best thing that ever happened to Amiya. You'll see.
Yeah. I don't think the Hatso and Mora are gonna agree with you, and they are losing patience.
Jeez, that's
Just
mad.
don't want to see you get hurt.
Tell Moore to be just a little more patient. Or tell him to come and talk to me. I can repeat what the Galenta has told me.
All right.
It is impossible.
Yeah, but no, I just skipped over it. Wait, let me see, can I get that again? This is what I mean.
All right. Watch your back, Doc.
It is impossible to watch my back, Ulukai. It is my back.
Like they're going for that like Drax or King Shark kind of we take everything literally. And I find it funny. Obviously other people might find it funny, but I find it quite funny. So there we walked Galenta. Now we have to protect Galenta and destroy all this crap. So like even like the quest structure is quite basic. Like it's always like, I don't know, like go to this place and kill enemies, but I don't know, there's just there genuinely is just something charming about this game, and I can't put my finger on it, and I wish I could. Now, $70 if it's like $70/€80. It's not $70/€80 charming. Sorry, I was holding back a burp there. But it is charming, definitely. Oh, I've never been here before. Oh, that's just an item you sell, I think. Any tips for coming up with video titles? Tips. So, I don't know. Like, I think I've started to do decent titles, and I think part of the reason is that it's either your title wants to either make, well, your title and thumbnail as a package either want to make people so interested that they want to click, like, out of curiosity, or so, I don't know, maybe not angry probably isn't the word, because that's not what I'm aiming to do with my videos, but, like, you know, like my video last year, Final Fantasy 16 is disappointing. Like, I think that was a good title because it's true, in my opinion, but also, you know, people are going to click on that because they're like, oh, I wonder why, or they'll be in the mindset of, oh, fuck this guy, Final Fantasy 16 is amazing, he's wrong, and then they come on and just abuse me, which I did get on that video, but sure, what can you do? So, like, I don't know, like if you look at my Rebirth video as well, it was like, I love Rebirth, which is like, it's a strong emotion, but not like an overly strong emotion. But also then I was like, but it has some problems. And then that's sort of like the curiosity thing. So I kind of tried to combine the title and the thumbnail to paint the full picture. Well, yes, that is also another one, Jarsh, because a lot of these AA games are genuine hidden gems that a lot of people won't really hear about. And sometimes they're hidden gems. That's why I asked the question. I mean, this isn't a review, so I'm not making a statement. I'm more like, is it a hidden gem? Wait, where are these guys that I have to shoot? But yes, the hidden gem is a good one. Like let's say, Alex, for argument's sake, you think Persona 3 Reloaded is the best Persona game ever. You could always lead with that. You could either lead with that by saying, and again, this is all, you know, I'm no YouTube expert, as we all know. If I was, I would have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but I don't. But like, you could lead with that, but then there's also a chance that if you reveal everything in the title, people won't click it because they already have the answer to their question. Or, you know, like they'll be like, oh, I wonder what this lad thinks of Persona 3. Oh, he said it's the best Persona game ever or whatever. So they already have the answer to their question, so then they don't need to click it. So it's kind of like striking a good balance. And one thing that I find difficult when I'm trying to come up with titles for videos is that I think if you're doing a video essay on a game and you're tackling it at a certain perspective, but you already, like, more than likely have played the game or know about the game, it's kind of easier to title the video. But like, sometimes I play a game and I review it, and I got a pre-release copy, so it's not like I've heard anyone's opinion. I don't know what people are saying. And sometimes a game just doesn't really have any aspects to it that are remarkable, or, like, in any sense of the word. They're not overly bad, they're not overly good, they're not, this is a hidden gem, or this is overrated. There's loads of games that are just right in the middle, where it's like, how do you make an interesting title out of that? So, they're the hard games. I'm thinking of titling my video, Persona 3 Reload is an absolute mess. Yeah. Yeah, so I think with that title, and again, don't take any of this as concrete, I think that is generally a good title. But my instant reaction from reading that is like, oh, he's going to be super negative on the game. And I think if you are positive on the game, then people might think it's clickbait. Now, I wouldn't think it's clickbait, because I think people overuse the word clickbait, like, big time. Like, any sort of video that has, like, some form of a sensational title is clickbait, and it's like, it's only clickbait if you don't deliver. Like, I got accused of my video, and I think that this was a really good idea, was like, that why these games don't care about you, or like why they hate you, or whatever I titled it. And it's like, I think that is a really good title. But there was a couple of people like, oh, I got clickbait. It's like, no, you didn't. It's like, the title, why these games hate you, and it's a video about 2 games, and me, the whole point of them is me saying that they are games that don't care about you, and it's true, so they're not clickbait. And yeah, Jarsh, you definitely could do that. Yeah, because, like, it's like, I think that's a good title, and that title could work, but also if you did, like, Persona 3 is a mess, and then on the thumbnail you say, but I like it. But then you might be revealing too much, so it's, you know.
What's going on?
Ask Azan. Makes me sick just to talk about it.
There's a problem with the Galenta, sir.
Describe problem.
The Galenta is eating all the Morax.
Every single one of them. It uses its trunk to suck them all in, leaving the treetops clean with nothing left to harvest.
Damn it. What's Doc saying about all the...
Help! Someone help me! Asan!
Oh no.
Protector! You're hurt!
I don't even mean a mess and derogatory sense. There's just so many ups and downs, so the idea the videos reflect.
The others, all reverted!
Yeah, well then, I'd say just go for it. I think that is a good title, Alex. But I mean, obviously, like, mess around with other titles and just keep thinking about them.
More. Make sure everyone takes cover inside. Now.
Okay, I must defend. God, this is also another very PS2/3 era mission. Defend the position. It's like Gears of War. No, you're not allowed to do any customization. I'm not even sure if there's any armor or anything to do. Yeah, and it's crazy, like Mocha Asia said, maybe this is why, or like the title being this is why it's a mess. And like, it's amazing what a single word could do to a title. And I'm not saying like one is better than the other, because I really don't know. And that's the thing with YouTube, you won't know until you try. But I mean, best thing to do is just workshop a lot of titles, see which one you think does best. If you think the video underperforms because of the title, then change it. Because like I'm always changing my titles and thumbnails. I pretty much make it like at least 2 thumbnails for every video. Like my Final Fantasy Rebirth video, I had a couple of titles, and I think I have 3 thumbnails made for that one. But the title and thumbnail seem to have done well, so like it's at 1,000 views now, which is good.
Exactly as I foretold.
And it also has a really high average view percentage, which I'm really happy with too.
Promise on us. Hatso, I don't want to hear more excuses. You are not welcome in Emiya. I sentence you to exile.
Wait! Doc is
And then also with changing titles, like you want to be careful, because you don't want to change the title too soon, because sometimes, and I've seen a lot of anecdotal evidence of this, your video just doesn't get served to the right audience, and eventually YouTube serves it to the right audience, and then it's like boom. That's what's been happening with all my a lot of my recent videos have been like, they get uploaded in 12 hours to get 50 views, and I was like, alright, that's kind of bad, but alright. And then what happens is, it gets sent out to a wave of people, then people don't click, the CTR drops, and then another, say, 8 or 10 hours later, it gets sent out to the right people, and then the CTR, like, quadruples in an instant. Like, to put it into perspective, like, that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth got sent out to, like, 1,000 people in a couple of hours. I had, like, a 3% or, like, a 2.8% click-through rate, which is quite low. And then it like kind of died off a bit, didn't really get any views. And then yesterday morning I wake up, and then it's all of a sudden getting like 50 views an hour, and now it's at over 1,000 views with like a 4.2% click-through rate, so it nearly doubled, and then a really good average view. So it's like, I don't know, YouTube is confusing. If it was easy, then we'd all be millionaires. Yeah, your stuff is doing. Yeah, no, thank you, Alex. It is doing pretty good. I mean, again, like, it's just so weird. Yeah, the Hellscape video 1.8 thousand views, but like, it's just so weird. Like, my remake video got 78 views. Like, that is just a terrible video. Just an awful performing video. But then my Rebirth, both of my Rebirth videos do pretty well. And it's like, oh, I don't know. Okay, let's go save the Galenta. Okay, unfortunately, this is going to be a shorter stream because Liverpool are on in 8 minutes. So I'm going to finish up this mission and then I will dip. Now, I don't know. This mission might be like a bit long because it's probably like... Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But who needs streams when you have Liverpool? But again, like I'm just... I made that Hellsgate video. I played the game for like an hour or two. Video maybe took me 30 minutes to make at most. And it does nearly 2,000 views. Other videos, I spend 40 hours playing the game. Spend ages editing it. And then it gets like 100 views. And it's just YouTube. YouTube is just a wild beast. But I hopefully have a really exciting opportunity coming up for myself that will hopefully improve my videos as well. I don't want to talk about it and jinx it. So when it happens, I will let you know.
Ulukai! What in the yachts? How did all these Morags end up here?
Wait here. Here you are. Doc,
He just wants the fruit.
she's just eating something.
That's all she wants. She just wants to eat the fruit. I can't blame her.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, let's get on the Galanta's back again. Because that was the best way to do these quests. Yeah, I kind of like this creature. And again, it's like, that's kind of just a little... It's not even like overly... It's just charming that like I have randomly found this egg for this creature. And incubated the egg and hatched it. At first we didn't even think it was an egg. And now here I am. Now we're best buds.
Let's do this.
Yeah, also is kind of cute as well. Okay, everybody, while we're sitting here killing these enemies, well, it's not exactly a random question. But what is your favorite open world game? Hit me with it. I don't need an explanation. I just need the name. Mine. I think it's a toss-up between Elden Ring. And I haven't beaten Tears of the Kingdom, so I can't put that in the list yet. But Breath of the Wild. But if I beat Tears of the Kingdom, more than likely Tears of the Kingdom would beat out Breath of the Wild. Then it'd be between Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Bowser's Fury. That's not a bad answer. Bowser's Fury is fantastic. And that music, you know. Do 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 do. Absolutely fantastic. Do 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 tune, but it was also whistled. But Arlo's asleep, so I can't whistle because it'll wake him up. Because he'll think we're going out. Oh, there's still a couple more. Am I actually running this game in... This is a very smooth 30 FPS. You don't play many open world games. It's weird. It's weird when you meet somebody who doesn't play many open world games, though. I don't know, because they just seem to be the games. You know, the games. Every fucking game is an open world game now, and that's why open world game fatigue exists, and why I only like to play open world games a couple of times a year, because you just get burnt out by them. Like, I'm feeling quite burnt out on RPGs right now. So, I think once March is over, I think I'll have to take a break from RPGs and just play smaller games. Because there's just too many fucking games out there, you know?
I did scare the Galenter away. To protect her.
Oh, cut the zort, Moore. You saw an opportunity to get rid of her and save your precious Morags, so you took it.
Maybe, but at least I didn't put the whole village at risk to get rid of the goddamn creature. That's what you did. Amir is in danger as long as you lead it. Now let's have the citizens decide who should be the chief. Traitor.
Traitor yourself.
Hey, why don't you two cut it out? While you're wasting your saliva blaming each other, someone actually found a solution to your problem.
How are you still here? You are Emir's problem. We were perfectly fine before you showed up. I banish you.
You have no right, Hatso. The election is not over. Let him speak. I want to hear about what... Huh?
Look! The monster is back!
He's not a monster.
There's someone on her back. It looks like someone's riding her.
He's my friend.
Look! It's Doc! Doc is riding the Galenta! Whoa. Now, be a good girl. Show them what you can do.
Oh, I like the Galenta. Oh no, is this gonna be some weird... Oh no, okay. I thought he was gonna do some weird Avatar shit.
What is...
By the yawns. This is so disgusting. Beautiful. Well done, girl. Well done. Now let's swipe more Morags for the harvest. Go!
These Morags are perfectly intact. The Galenta was not eating the Morags.
Oh, she was storing them. And Doc found a plant that you guys can use to have the Galenta, return them.
Doc, save the harvest! The
Oh, I actually think this is really cool, because
Vote for Doc.
those fruit
Doc is our new
Morags or whatever they were called, they're hard to find and they're used in other quests in the world, but now maybe I can produce them faster or something.
I'm sorry, Doc. You were right, and I was wrong. I will accept whatever punishment my leader gives me.
What you did was wrong, Moore. But to err is to learn. I accept your apologies, my friend. I'm happy you didn't hurt my baby. Speaking of hurting, enjoy your new title while it lasts, idiot. There will be more attacks. More Talans will bleed when they realize what a fool you are and beg me to fix your
Morag,
mess.
she
I
is
will kill
the Scottish woman.
Handsome
Yes?
as the new leader
Been a
of
while
the
since I played Xenoblade.
Doc
Yes.
Casimir and
Fantastic
Clara of
game.
the Galenta sentence you to
Oh yeah, yeah, Xenoblade's open world.
You will
I'd consider.
leave Mia never to return.
Brilliant, brilliant game.
May the yards have mercy on you. Now go, and don't look back. You are making a terrible mistake. The yards haven't spoken their last word yet. Don't come crying to me when the invaders...
I want to do a full
on
replay
you.
of Xenoblade, because I never beat Xenoblade 1. Actually, to be honest, I've never beaten a Xenoblade game, full stop. I got really far into 1 on the 3DS, put it down. I literally put like 70 or 80 hours into Xenoblade 2, never finished it. And then Xenoblade 3 I played for like 10 hours and then fell off because I had to review loads of other games. So, I do have to go back and beat them because I love them. Xenoblade 2 was unbelievable. But I've just never beaten them. And I just said I want to take a break from big RPGs, but maybe this year might be the year where I play where I play the other 3 Xenoblade games, or all 3 Xenoblade games, and actually beat them. Because I own all of them, and they're very good. I think they're probably the best modern JRPGs outside of Yakuza Like a Dragon, because that game. Let's see how long I've played for here. Yeah, I was literally... So I played 6.5 hours. So there we go. That's Outcast A New Beginning. Jersh, and all the regulars, first of all, thank you for dropping by. And Jersh, I believe you are new. I don't recognize your name. So thank you very much for watching. I mean, subscribe, do whatever you want. I mean, I'm not going to convince you to subscribe. If you want, do it. If you don't, don't. And but I appreciate you watching. You liked the first game better than 2. I think I prefer 2. I think 2 was my favorite of the 3 that I've played. Even though I'm not usually into like sort of very weeby Japanese stuff, I think the tone of 2 is just hilarious. No bother, foul, no bother. The stream's just finishing up. But thank you, Jarge. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll be back tomorrow streaming. Tiny bit earlier than I started today, because hopefully I don't think of any embargoes to hit, because I did today and I was editing all day. Going to go watch Liverpool. We're already more than likely through to the next round of the Europa League, so hopefully we win more. The game is starting, or has started 3 minutes ago. So, thank you. Subscribe, bye, do whatever you want. Enjoy your day or weekend or whatever. It doesn't matter if we're 5-1 up on aggregate. We're not going to lose. Famous last words. Famous last words. Goodbye.